So you're doing what? What are you doing? Instagram, Zoom, anything else? It's quite interesting.
Oh, I'm glad you mentioned Instagram because you know what? I signed up for Instagram last year. To be honest with you, I tried to limit my presence in social media because it takes a
Okay.
lot of time to be in social
Yeah,
media,
yeah, yeah,
even
yeah,
for
yeah,
your
yeah.
personal branding, and it's a huge amount of time that you have to invest. So I thought, no, I'm not doing Instagram. Instagram is something that I always looked kind of sort of down on. I thought, oh no, that's for the teenagers or the people who are obsessed with like taking selfies and photographs. But little did I know, a friend of mine during the lockdown, she started her very, very interesting and exciting project. It was called hashtag without panic. So she interviewed different people, just like you're interviewing us, cross-cultural experts and lecturers. She interviewed, well, people who were business owners, as you know, going back to what you were saying earlier, because people were losing money
Yeah.
and they were closing businesses for a lot of people. It was a very, very challenging time. So she talked to those who tried to be resilient, what they did to sort of, you know, put up with this uncertainty and the difficult times. So that was a very, very inspirational thing of her to do. And she invited me to one of her Instagram chats. And she said, "Oh, Marina, but you have to have an Instagram for that." I'm like, "Oh, could we do it maybe on Zoom or, any other social media that I have an account with?" And she said, "No, no, no, it's the Instagram." So I was kind of forced to sign up for Instagram. And you know what? Ever since, I'm so now fascinated by it now. I met a lot of people through Instagram,
Okay,
very
okay.
interesting people. I started following, like, the people in our circle, the people that we know. And yeah, I started my cross-cultural tea breaks there as well. So there you go. You start something new and you talk to people and you learn
Yeah,
from them what
absolutely.
they do. You exchange ideas and you start something new. So for me, it was also like starting something new is always something that it's nice to do, to open a new
Okay.
chapter in your life. So
So
if it sounds shallow, sorry, but the Instagram is that new.
the viewers are not
See.
feeling you are shallow. They're not feeling you are shallow. So, Marina, you've stepped out of your comfort and habit, and I prefer face to face, and I totally get you. The informal, I mean, you mentioned tea breaks. It is that informality, the one to one, which is fun and bonding and real.
Mhm.
You are now in the crazy digital world, reluctantly or less reluctantly. What happens next? Do you want to stay there or something else?
That's a very, very good point, Matthew. And thank you very much for asking the question because, we had a hard time adjusting to the online reality. But after a while, we got used to that. So, and we started enjoying actually this online reality. But right now, I'm thinking that, okay, sooner or later, this online, the new normal, as we call it, will become the old sort of normal. Yeah. And we will go back to the normal that we all want to go back to.
Code
And
classic.
yeah, would that be so? I'm wondering now, would it be difficult for us to switch back to the offline, start seeing people like in real life?
Putting trousers on.
Yes, true. Well, first we have to make sure that it's the same size. So
Exactly, exactly.
we won't have to do some shopping. So yeah, and by the way, that too gives a lot of people a lot of stress at the moment because you're very comfortable sitting at home in your pajamas or comfortable home clothes, and then you'll have to um, do something to look more presentable and respectable to the eye and go out into the world with lots of other people. So yes, I asked my friends, and they're feeling the same. They're feeling a bit, stressful about that, and so that too will need some time. We will need some time to adjust to the offline, reality and our, how
Yeah.
shall I put it? That the normal that we all want to go back to, because that may become our new normal now. Something to
Yes.
adjust, something we have
The old
forgotten, but we'll
world,
have to
the new
remember.
world, and the new old world. It's complicated. It is complicated. Marina, that is amazing. That is amazing. So we'll finish here. Share with the viewers one thing. What's the best thing that's happened to you in terms of the new world, the digital world? Is there one thing that just stands out as a pleasure?
Um, Good question. Very philosophical. Let's see. I would say that do not be afraid to experiment. So for me, that past year in the digital world was about experimentation. Learning something
Yeah,
new, doing
yeah, yeah.
something new, learning about the new tools that we have. So I would say do not be afraid of experimentation. Keep experimenting with whatever comes your way. Do not be afraid of the change. We live in the VUCA world, yeah, volatile, uncertain. What
Complex
else? Yes,
and ambiguous.
complex, ambiguous. Yeah. And flexibility, I think, is one of the biggest assets and one of the biggest soft skills that we can develop. And I'm sure most of us have already developed it over the past year, but we should keep learning and keep going forward with whatever we learned.
Exactly. Marina, thank you so much. We'll all be rushing out and opening up our Instagram, however old you are, speaking personally. We'll have a go at Instagram. Ooh, what's that? Very good. Marina, thank you for spending your time, for your energy, your quiet, introverted energy, which you've shared across the globe. Thank you for
Thank
doing
you.
that. Dear
Thank you so much,
viewers,
Matthew.
thank you. Dear viewers, thank you for your continued support. We'll see you next time. Okay, we'll stop it for now. Cheers.